Bitcoin's pumping. I'm Corbin Fraser, back with your weekly crypto rundown. So this week has been pretty wild. Bitcoin took a nasty dip earlier in the week. Trump's ready to rewrite some Bitcoin and crypto rules. The Fidelity side of things, they're saying 2025 is Bitcoin's breakout year. And then Tron, Curve, Tether, El Salvador, they're making some big moves. And of course, stablecoins and there's AI, they're all set to supercharge the whole cryptoverse. But before we get into it, a quick announcement, which is that we've got $8,400 in rewards up for grabs in our Verse trading contest over at KuCoin. So this is an opportunity to earn some USDT or some stablecoins while supporting liquidity of Bitcoin.com's token on KuCoin, the home of crypto gems. So check out the link in the show notes for all the details. Now, Bitcoin took a wild dive on Monday, crashing from $94,000 to under $90,000 before bouncing back to around the high 90s by Wednesday, and then it's blasted back over 100K by the time of this recording here. So the drop wiped out $700 million in liquidations. 255,000 traders got completely liquidated, including one massive $8.2 million blowout on Binance. So lots of traders feeling some pain. Many were predicting a fall to $80,000 or even as low as 70K leading up to Trump's inauguration on January 20th. But with inflation numbers coming in and on Wednesday, pretty much, as predicted across the board, it seems that this uncertainty and this like bearish trend that moved in, it's gone. Traders have switched back to extreme bull mode. We're back over 100K. We'll see if the big guys keep buying. Trump's incoming administration is reportedly gearing up to dismantle Biden-era crypto policies on day one. Top of the to-do list is scrapping the SEC's SAB 121 rule, which forces banks to list crypto as liabilities. So that's effectively locking out all banks from the custody game. So Trump's team, led by the new AI and crypto czar David Sachs, plans to roll out some, quote, sensible regulations and tackle crypto debanking, which is going to be key, I think, for growth here. So they're also aiming for an innovation-friendly approach with pro-mining policies and even the potential of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. The U.S. aims to pivot from strict enforcement to crypto leadership, which is going to be a new era for the whole digital assets, in 2025. Very excited for this, and it's just sensible regulation. That's all everyone's asking for. That's all we've been asking for the past, 4 to 8 years here. Extremely fun to see this all happening, and I'm hopeful that some of these regulations and pro crypto stances will help free Roger. If you haven't checked out freerogernow.org, go check that out. There is some serious lawfare going on against Bitcoin.com founder Roger Ver, aka Bitcoin Jesus. So we'll see if the Bitcoin president is going to step up and save Bitcoin Jesus. Fidelity is calling 2025 Bitcoin's breakout year, predicting a surge in adoption by nation states, banks, as well as institutions. So early adopters like El Salvador and Bhutan are already seeing some very big returns, and Fidelity expects more governments and central banks to follow suit. So the investment bank believes that this marks the start of a new era where digital assets become mainstream. And Fidelity is urging investors to decide now how actively they join the shift. So ETF analyst Nate Garaci predicts 2025 will be the year of crypto ETFs, fueled by the Trump administration fast-tracking crypto regulations. He expects spot Bitcoin ETFs to surpass gold ETFs in assets and forecasts over 50 new crypto exchange-traded products, including XRP and Solana funds. So Garaci also sees Bitwise as Bitcoin Standard Corporation's ETF hitting $1 billion, and even Vanguard softening its anti-crypto stance. So with Trump's pro-crypto policies, the stage is very much set for the explosive ETF growth that we've all been hoping for this year. So switching gears, and Tron absolutely crushed it in 2024, with daily on-chain revenue soaring almost 120% to hit $2.1 billion for the year. Fueling this growth were surging transactions and gas fees. Plus, Tron's, of course, got a grip on 34% of the global stablecoin market. Now, if you're a DeFi degen, you might snub your nose over at Tron, but people are using Tron. They use the stablecoins out there. Extremely big in Africa. TRX skyrocketed 330% to 45 cents, leaving 95% of holders in profit. Meme coins and DeFi boosted on-chain transactions and activity over on Tron, while Tron's total value locked in DeFi climbed to $6.6 billion, which completely edged out Bitcoin. Despite whale dominance, Tron's low fees and scalability are keeping it ahead in 2025. If you haven't checked out the Justin Sun interview, Bitcoin.com news editor-in-chief David Sensel did a great interview with him. Go check that out. Now, Curve Finance wrapped up 2024 strong, doubling its user base to 60,000 and locking in $2.4 billion in TVL. Big wins, including launching Llama Lend, expanding the Ethereum Layer 2's Arbitrum and Optimism, and introducing SCRV-USD, which now has over $26 million in deposits. So institutional interest soared with partnerships like BlackRock's $530 million BUIDL fund and a stable swap partnership with the TON Foundation. Curve also boosted revenue sharing with the CRV-USD holders from 10% up to 50%, cementing its spot as a major DeFi player heading into 2025. Over to LATAM, or Latin America, as they sometimes say, and El Salvador just sealed a major deal with Rumble, the Canadian video and cloud services giant, to handle its cloud computing needs. So think data storage, databases, app integration, the whole works. This partnership makes a push for tech independence, with Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovski calling it proof that governments want alternatives to big tech. Both Rumble and El Salvador are also stacking Bitcoin, making this partnership a perfect match for innovation and financial freedom. And a little spoiler here, a little early alpha. Bitcoin.com's in talks with the Rumble Cloud team, so we'll see where this all goes. In other El Salvador news, stablecoin giant Tether is relocating to the country of El Salvador after snagging a digital asset service provider license. So CEO Paulo Arduano says this shift will help Tether zero in on emerging markets and thrive in El Salvador's crypto-friendly environment. So it's already a key player in the country's growing tech scene thanks to the $775 million investment in Rumble. Tether's move signals even bigger things ahead for both the company and El Salvador's economy. I'm extremely excited to see El Salvador pushing for extremely friendly crypto regulations. We see UAE doing the exact same thing. It's going to be really interesting to see how those two compete as the Trump administration moves into the US and opens up the gates to crypto entrepreneurs and builders. So speaking of Tether, it isn't just about crypto anymore. They're diving headfirst into AI filmmaking. So that same CEO we just talked about, CEO Paulo Arduano, calls that AI a game changer for speed, scale, and cost. And Tether's already hired 30 AI professionals with plans to grow to 200 by mid-2025. So from stablecoins to tokenization and even this $775 million bet on the video platform Rumble, Tether's proving that they're all in on tech innovation. They're not just a stablecoin. They're not just in the crypto game. They're in all tech now. They're spreading out, spreading their wings. So while details are under wraps, one thing's very clear here. Crypto and AI, they're blending fast, and Tether wants in. So on the topic of stablecoins, we've got Circle's USDC, which has been on fire. The stablecoins processed a jaw-dropping $18 trillion in lifetime transactions, with $1 trillion in November 2024 alone. So thanks to clearer global regulations and smoother blockchain tech, USDC's circulation jumped 78% last year. So nice work, Circle. From fueling DeFi to powering humanitarian aid in war-torn regions, USDC is pretty well everywhere now, spanning 16 blockchains and expanding across Europe, Latin America, as well as Africa. But move over USDT and USDC. We've got a new dog in the house. There's Athena Labs USDE, which is shaking up the stablecoin scene. So they launched back in February 24, and it's a yield-bearing synthetic dollar, and it's already flirting with a $6 billion market cap, and it's pulled in over $250 million in revenue. So USDE's secret sauce, they've got this like delta neutral strategy that hedges volatility and dishes out some juicy double-digit yields. It's currently around 12.75% interest, peaking at 56% back in March of last year. So unlike past flops such as Terra's UST, rest in peace, Athena keeps it solid with some real collateral. So there's no sketchy governance token and weird funny games happening. With niche stablecoins gaining traction, USDE is proving that innovation still has room to run in the $210 billion stablecoin market. Now, over to some innovation. Experts predict AI will supercharge DeFi security in 2025, helping platforms fight off cyber criminals. After $3 billion in crypto thefts in 2024, it's a lot of stolen money. The hope is that AI tools can identify smart contract threats and scams before they strike. So DWF Labs, Lingling Jiang, sees the rise of DeFi powered by AI, where security is built into every single transaction. Also, blockchain surveillance firm Chainalysis just leveled up its anti-fraud game by acquiring Altaria, an AI-driven fraud detection firm trusted by Binance. You've got Coinbase in the mix, and of course Block. So Altaria's tech monitors over $8 billion in monthly transactions, and it's flagged $10 billion in fraud last year alone. So this move boosts Chainalysis's real-time scam detection and KYC defenses, strengthening its mission to make crypto safer and more secure. Alpine Labs just secured $8.5 million to fast-track Strata, its Bitcoin ZK rollup platform. So they're backed by Cyberfund, DBA, and other major investors. But Strata aims to launch in 2025, offering scalable self-custody, private payments, stablecoins, as well as Bitcoin-backed lending. So developers can dive in early with DevNet access this February, pushing Bitcoin's on-chain potential to new heights. I'm extremely bullish on these ideas of Bitcoin Layer 2s. Happy to see a ZK rollup on Bitcoin. That'll be extremely interesting. Very curious to see how this one handles, bringing in this narrative of DeFi growth on Bitcoin, but also, is it able to help bring out the peer-to-peer cash back to Bitcoin? We'll see. Zero-knowledge proofs are set for a huge leap in 2025. Experts predict a 10 to 100x performance boost, making the tech faster, cheaper for privacy, as well as scalability. So easier developer tools and wider adoption in layer 2s thanks to ZK rollup and the fun tech around ZK. It's going to supercharge blockchain efficiency for industries like finance and even healthcare. And for our final story of the week, we have an exciting announcement from Web3 gaming-focused Ronin blockchain and AI agent launchpad Virtuals Protocol. So they're teaming up to launch Jaihoz, an AI agent inspired by Axie Infinity's co-founder Jeffrey Zerlin. Over 100,000 wallets were airdropped the newly introduced Jaihoz token that's associated with that AI agent. So the partnership is framed as Ronin's push beyond gaming and into AI-driven projects. Virtuals Protocol, they've been focusing on AI agents, and it's been touted as like a key element of this whole vision. But whether it fulfills the lofty expectations many see in crypto AI agents, kind of yet to be determined, but they're probably one of the biggest ones. We've been watching them closely. We've covered them on our podcast over at Token Narratives. Go check out Woki. That's one of the projects we were playing with as well over on Virtuals. They use the Virtuals Launchpad to kick things off. But Virtuals is very much like a pick and shovels type of thesis around this whole idea of AI agents and AI tokens and AI meta. That's a wrap for this week. Markets are wild, policies are shifting, and innovation is moving fast. Stay sharp, stay informed, keep riding the waves of Bitcoin and crypto. I'm Corbin Fraser. Catch you guys next week. See ya.